Hello Libra, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Libra, happy birthday season to you as we've just rolled into your time frame here. We're going to get started off with you all for the October reads. This is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Guys, always discern the messages accordingly, and remember to place things where they fit. If it doesn't resonate for you, then know that the reading is not for you. So that's that, right? So let's get to it. So Libra, October is right around the corner. We've just jumped into your season. I hope that everything for all of you is going well, and we're gonna see. I know some of the reads that I've done for you this year have been a little tough going, a little ass kicking here and there. It's been a lot, right? But let's see. Libra, you've come up in some of the other reads for some of the other signs. You've been kind of all over the place. We're stepping in here to justice and balance and fairness. Spirit saying equality as well. So let's see, Spirit, for Libra in the month of October. I feel, Libra, like, where is this going? Where is this going? These eclipses are going to be really significant for you. I'm going to tell you, if you feel like things have been muddled or confusing, things have been done half-assed, Spirit is saying that things that have felt challenging are coming up for review. Okay, so it's like if you've not had clarity, if 100% of full authentic effort wasn't put into something, those cracks are going to start to show within your foundations. Partnerships, friendships, whatever this is, because something here has got to be balanced out, right? And that's what you are: your fairness, your justice, your equality, you know, the good for all, home and family, that kind of thing. Spirit, I just heard Spirit say we've butted heads one too many times. So I don't know who you're dealing with or what's going on. These cards are coming out kind of wonky. I think that there's somebody, Libra, either you or someone you're dealing with here, they're trying to master some self-control in the decision-making process. It's to... Spirit is saying find strength. They're observing... You're observing, somebody's observing something that feels to be like far off in the distance. So maybe you're watching something, keeping tabs on something, maybe somebody else is. But it's like an imminent light. It kind of reminds me of this Envy card that's in the one Oracle deck that I use. And she's standing in the dark, looking out into the light. You know, it can be conceived as jealousy and different things like that, or not being a part of something that is maybe more appealing, more abundant. Wishbone and knowledge. That card came out when I first started, but there's too many cards, but I noticed that one. Wishbone and knowledge. This is, if I had known then what I know now, is how this feels to me. There's a breaking apart here, Libra, with whoever this is or whatever this is. For some of you, this could be in relation to finances. For others of you, this feels very interconnected. What a way to ring in your birthday season, a separation of sorts. But I feel like something here is cracking. You think about that wishbone, it gets pulled apart. Spirit's also saying sometimes it's rubbery and it doesn't want to crack, right? Is it dried out enough? And I think that this could very well be a masculine and feminine dynamic, you know, place that where that fits. But, you know, Libra, if you've sat back in the past and you've prayed, wished, manifested for certain things, this could be coming into fruition. And I feel like this Spirit is representing it as some form of escapism from a situation that I think is coming in. So this could be releasing some bonds, releasing some chains. The stone reverse. I'm not quite sure. This is the need to get grounded. This is the need to bring yourself back to a space of reality. You could also, this could also be the wheels set in motion. You know, Pisces, the Pisces full moon can be, you know, it brings awareness. Pardon me as I stumble over my words, the way this is coming in. There is the reality aspects of life, and there are the fantasy aspects of life that we tend to dive into. And we can dream and envision and hope and pray and wish and all of those things, right? It all leads to some sort of manifestation and divine timing. The need to pull yourself out of the clouds and back down to earth. Whether this is somebody you're dealing with, Libra, whether this is yourself, Spirit is saying that it is to see through the eyes of what actually is. So I do feel like there's been some sort of illusion. It could have been anything unjust, anything that wasn't fair. Some of you could be dealing with stomach issues, throat issues. The king coming out sideways. You know, you think about the king when he starts off in the mother, the king and the mother coming out. Oh, geez. Okay, so when you think about a king, he starts at, like, you know, Page of Cups status, right? The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Pages, the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, Page of Air, all of those things, right? He's got to go through all of this self-mastery to get to that king position, which then, you know, leads to the emperor at some point, or empress. I feel like there's two sides of a coin here, and this could be dealing with relationship dynamics. This could be dealing with a mother-father figure. This could be dealing, you know, you being the child to two parents that are older, you know, whatever the dynamic might be. But it's like in the middle of the fantasy, in the middle of what we thought was going to be, there's a wake-up call. There's a reality check. Somebody has, whether this is you, Libra, or again, a person you're dealing with, this mother energy has made a vow or commitment to protect or do something that is going to nurture the long-term standing of a situation. This king energy, this masculine energy, I feel is holding up something. This could be, I kind of feel like it's a little bit of a know-it-all, right? And I think with this mother, it's coming in as she's learning. It doesn't have to be she, right? Whoever's standing in the feminine energy in that. This person is learning a lot right now. Could be you, could be this person. About the number 3, could be 3 children, 3 years, 3 decades. But there's three experiences here that have happened for her. Or, you know, again, not trying to attach gender to it, but I'm using it as the example, okay? This king, this masculine energy, again, male, female, doesn't matter. It's almost like this halts progress. It's halting, you know, the wishbone. You break the bone, you make a wish, right? See what happens the next year. This book of destiny is there are fated events here that are happening. That the name Kate stands out. I don't know why. But there's light being spread on the fact that destined and fated events are happening for a specific reason. There's two red dots in these cards. So there's that one, right? And this king is overlaying this card of destiny. Another red dot. I'm seeing that as a stop sign. Like, this is an abrupt stop. This is, you know, stop, do not collect go, do not pass go, do not collect $200, or however the hell you say that. There's one side of this who's trying to make significant progress. The other side of this is putting an end to something, or stopping, or not participating in something, not working towards making wishes, dreams, life happen anymore in this regard. Yeah, these are two equal and opposing energies here, Libra. Talk about duality. Like, and I see duality, like the two scales of justice. There's duality represented in that. The stone is, you know, somebody, I do feel like in the past there was an ungrounded fantasy land of delusion that was like, hey, you know, we can make all of these things come out true. But the problem with that is, Libra, I don't think that these were built on reality. You know, you can call this life, the game of life, the matrix, right? Like, we're all in our own little simulation, as we sometimes talk about that experience, or this experience. But I would equate it to the way people see it when, you know, we have adults playing video games and such. Like, oh my God, you're an adult. Why are you doing that? Can you join the land of the living and do X, Y, and Z? We've got responsibility. There's something about that energy that comes in with that type of attitude attached to it. Somebody feeling that it was without cause, the other side of this feeling that it was necessary. 11:11 on the clock. I talked about playing video games. There's that playful card showing itself. That it's like, you know, people could be playing house, playing roles, playing games. But it feels like the hard facts of reality are starting to kind of sit in here or settle in. And that's requiring a stronger look at the cycles, the invisible things, the cycles. This has become a repeat pattern for someone here, Libra, whether this is you or someone else. But it's like someone wants this cycle to close out, doesn't know what to do, but it's also like I made a vow. And I'm going to tell you, I had something similar come up for Scorpio the other day. And I explained this by definition of a real world experience that I had when I was first married. The first time, and I didn't want to leave that marriage because I made a commitment to, you know, God, my spouse, all of those things, and I had a hard time letting go of those things simply because I gave my word. I made that vow, that commitment to that. But it was a repeat cycle where I felt like I wasn't being seen, I wasn't being heard, I wasn't, you know, all these things, right? I was being abused. There was a lot of things in that. And this is kind of how I feel this mother energy is feeling, is like this is the same cycle on repeat, knowing that it needs to come to an end. I feel like somebody wants to disconnect here, Libra. Maybe that's you, that you want to step out, you want to leave, you got to go, but it's like, but I made a promise, I made a commitment. And I feel like there's this torn energy of, is what I want really here in what I'm doing right now? And this could be work, this could be love, this could be anything, right? Or am I just dreaming about what I would like it to be? And there is this need to bring it back down into a grounded space. The Warrior. Spirit just said, who's going to power through this? You know, and I would say pose that question to yourself, letting go. Spirit's saying keep it. You know, I think that it's like picking your battles too here, Libra, that there's like some things that you can forgive and forget, some things that can be let go of and not ever have to be brought back up again in a situation. But there's something also here that says, if I let this go, can we work on this? Or can I do something more? 222 here also, Libra. But there's also like this split hope, a hope of what could still be, but also the hope of what life would look like if we exited the situation. So it's a very torn energy here. This back and forth. Here comes that oath again. Reshuffle. Endings, conclusions, self-worth. You know, what are you deserving of? What are you worthy of? And I think that only a period of stillness is really going to bring that into the forefront here of what's nesting, what's growing, what's transforming, what's being protected right now as well for the sign of Libra for the month of October. Decisions, choices, Kelowna energy, meditation, only in a period of stillness. Libra, there's a big ending of sorts coming in here with your foundational energies. That oath is a 4, choices is a 10, endings, new beginnings. 7 is, some of you could be feeling the need to defend yourself. You're also the 7th sign in the zodiac with this energy as well. But some of you are choosing the sense of peace, the sense of equilibrium, the sense of I need a place of renewal in my life here. because what has been going on, I think it's like you're coming out of darker times. You're coming out of a time of everything just, it may felt like everything was just happening to you. You know, everything was just going on. There's another card of meditation right there. Everything was just happening. And some of you could have been seeing it as, why is this happening to me, rather than why is, or, you know, what is happening for me. So there's something very specific to that energy here. And I do feel like there's a little bit of a fight from both sides. It's like two opposing sides, again, with two different viewpoints on a situation. And one being upside down, one being in the upright position. What is the cycles in reverse, Spirit? You know, somebody took a gamble on a relationship, a partnership, a job. I also feel like they're starting to question whether or not they gambled with themselves. And when I say that to you, it's like, did I put in enough into myself during a particular period and or situation? Because this is also somebody who I feel like is losing touch with their self, or has lost touch with themselves. There is no I and no. What does that mean? Maybe you felt like you couldn't tell somebody no. You know, like, I don't know what that's about. There is no I and no. I don't know what that means. You may be realizing, or, you know, whatever the situation is, that you were enabling somebody's poor behavior as well. Heartbreak place. Lost love, grief, memories of heartbreak. And with that, invisible was like trying to forget the past, trying to move on, realizing that there's been, excuse me, some sort of destruction in the flow of everything. This is like taking maybe the last couple of years of your life and throwing it all into the mix and going, this has played out in a way I didn't want it to. This has played out in a way I never would have thought of. The last couple of years have been nothing but disappointments for me. But I feel like this energy, Libra, is separate of you somehow. Somebody is not content with what they're doing, how they're moving. They've made it. They took a chance on something. May not feel like the odds are paying off in their favor. The words I and the word me comes out very significantly tied to this person or situation. And I'm going to say this to you, Libra. I don't feel like this person or this situation is, this energy coming in is necessarily they're not malicious. They're not in a bad space, like intent with intentions. I think that they're just disappointed. Like, they may not have seen something. Maybe you didn't see something, you know, dreamy, airy energy. I've got this under control. It's going to be fine. I'm going to take the flying leap and see how it goes. But it feels like, you know, it'd be like the fool jumping off the cliff. Did he take a calculated risk, or did he just make a dumb decision somewhere in that? The Warrior. You know, this is like, oh, geez. I feel like somebody feels like they're standing alone in a situation somehow. They may be looking out here, Libra, to the world and going, you know, I really tried. I tried my best. I gave my all. They may feel very, you know, this, again, this could be you. This could be somebody else. Feeling very isolated, feeling very alone in a certain situation, going, I gave it all. I did my best for other people to show up, and now feeling like I can't go on in a particular situation. I've got to move on from this situation. Here, I feel like someone is looking at all the cons. The letter C. The letter C could be very, very significant here as well. It's just like walking into a big space and hearing the echoes. It's like walking into a house of just silence, where, you know, where once was filled with love and laughter and whatnot, and now it's just wide open. This could be a move for some of you. Somebody could be moving, and going, you know, it's like moving furniture. You move, if you've ever moved and you've moved furniture out of your house and you're walking in those last last couple of times and it just echoes and it's empty and there's nothing there anymore, it feels very, for somebody, very freeing, but for somebody else, very deserted, very alone. So there's something to that. This is the point too, when you think about that emptiness, is like you sit back, you walk in, like maybe you raised your kids in a home or something like that, and now you're leaving that home, where you walk in and you're like, you can hear the memories, right? You can remember the pictures in your mind of your children playing at the Christmas tree 10 years ago, or, the family dinners that you had in the dining room, or the quiet nights of prayer in your bedroom, or, everybody running around, hustling and bustling to get ready for school and work in the morning. But all of a sudden it's empty. All of a sudden it's just the echoes of what was. And it's reflecting on that time and realizing how much maybe, you didn't take it for, I think somebody here didn't take something for granted in one way. They enjoyed it. I think the other side of this took it for granted. It was just smoke and fog and confusion and chaos, and somebody was not being present to understand the stillness of it all. And then, there's that whole thing that with, an ending comes a new beginning. One chapter closes, one chapter opens, 21:21 on the clock. This is where somebody starts to take better care of themselves too, Libra. The memories of what once was is no more. Somebody could be going and staying in a hotel, doing some traveling, spending some isolation, some time alone, maybe visiting another city or country to just have, it's almost like a sanctity of self, or like this coming home to the self, or needing to get away to get back to themselves. It's like, I've made these promises to everybody but myself here lately, and it's not turned out in my favor. What is this choices about for Libra in October? Court. Oh boy, Libra. This is a higher governing authority, as you know. This is, some of you could be doing, I would love to say counseling, right? I would love to say, therapy, marriage counseling, or whatever this is. But I don't feel like this is a rehab of a situation. It's being let go of. It's being abolished. Libra, I'm also hearing 3-ring circus. Maybe you've been a part of something for some time that has been a circus. It's just been crazy. It's been nuts. It's been all of these things that I can't help but continue to get this blank slate energy, this empty energy, this walking to, again, an empty room and nobody being there anymore. Like nothing is there. It's just empty. It's gone. This is stripping it down to the bare minimum, Spirit is saying. The legal proceedings, judgment, verdict, justice, and fairness. Justice card, Libra, there you are. And you're going to have a very significant choice to make at some point here during the month of October. There could be some sort of lawsuit. There could be some kind of verdict coming down. There could be some kind of somebody having interest in somebody else's transgressions. I don't know what that means. Somebody is overseeing, probably lecturing on a fact of matter. This is somebody going in where they are learning something about themselves that they didn't even want to realize as well. Somebody with governing a power and authority to make you have to sit and think about what it is that you are dealing with. I feel like for some of you, a loved one could be, and who knows what side of the coin you're on here, Libra, right? No judgment here, though, from me. Where somebody could be looking at you, and I feel like this is a wife looking at a husband, two opposite ends of the room, that duality, during a divorce proceeding, waiting for a final call on something, waiting to hear something as well. This could be the beginnings and or ends of a divorce, custody matters. I mean, court is a higher governing authority. This could also be in the sense of spiritual courts as well. But I feel like that these choices that remain are tied to the 3D world. There's been a lot of fog around. That's the one thing I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that number 7 again. 7 cards here with fog attached to them and on them. And as I say that, look at the lighting in here. Libra, you're dealing with something here that is going to wipe a slate clean completely, because it's time for a renewal. I don't say, let me even refer, it's not even a renewal. This is a rebirth. This is a change. This is a big opposition of problems of two people that cannot see eye to eye on something here, that it has to change. They come out of this heartbreak, to come out of the hurt. Someone, again, here, like they don't feel like they've been heard. Ace of Cups, the Hermit. This pain, this depression, this truth. It's like somebody is acknowledging some sort of truth. There could be a tie to a Virgo here as well. Something could have happened in Virgo season, as we just come out of that, right? That set these wheels in motion for fated change and destiny to occur here. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius as well. But this is also what goes around comes around. When you're looking at this situation with this Page of Wands, or the Knight of Wands, I'm sorry, and the 10 of Wands, this is somebody who's made quick decisions, quick action, without thinking about the burdens and the consequences that came in with that. So what about this Desert? 2 cards fly out. The 2 of Pentacles landed on that Court card, which also has the Choices card. 6 of Pentacles in the center. This has to be balanced out and fair. This is, I'm going to tell you, if Libra, if you were in a place, 6 of Swords, rite of passage to move on, I was just going to say, if you were the person who was abandoned by your person or your situation or your job, or they left you out, not giving you what you were equally valued and worth, you could have made a choice later on. They came back around to walk away and go, I'm done, right? And that's balancing this out. That's making this fair and just. It's, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander here. This 2 of Pentacles coming out with those choices, it's one side or the other. This could be a lot of juggling back and forth. There could be paperwork. There could be, you know, trying to come to a fair decision for both sides of it. But this 6 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and Temperance, if that doesn't scream heal the hurt, I don't know what does. And somebody here has been observing somebody's choices, judgment, and having to make their own call on what seems right and fair moving forward. This can pertain to, it's like love and money. You know, are they operating from an equal space to give back and forth to each other appropriately? But Libra, your energy rolling out, I got the chills. Whew. Rolling out into October, or rolling out for October, at least the beginning thereof. There's a decision that's around the bend that you may either be making or someone is making on your behalf for their behalf. So let's see what the advice is here, Libra. What's the advice? Sabotage, rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. And I do think, and backstabbing, somebody has made false assumptions, false accusations about something. And, you know, there's been lies. There's been things that have not been fair, whether this has been in regards to the emotions of situations, what's happening with money too. There's some, it's picking up here more. Whether somebody's done something with money or what is left or what has been gone, it gets almost like, you know, a spouse spending the last, you know, I don't know, gambling away the last $600 in an account that you needed to pay the electric bill. It's like, why would you do that? Like, we were rebuilding, we were putting things back together. Why would you go and do something to sabotage what we've created here? And that's how this feels. The passion for this, it's like, as each event has happened over the last couple of years is what Spirit's giving me, or maybe for some of you even the last couple of months, what ignited the passion for this situation, this job, this person, this whatever this is, has really started to die off. It's like with each plunge of the knife and that 10 of Swords kind of energy, each betrayal, each hurt took away from the love that you had, or the passion that you had, or the excitement that you had for something. And again, it's all becoming memories. It's like I said, you could picture in your mind what everything looked like, what it used to be, how abundant it was. Shock, picture, and camera. It's all nostalgia. Like, I never thought that it would be this way. I never thought that this was the way that my life would go. But now it's happening. It's happening. And I feel like poker face, there's something very much tied to money and taking chances on something that has turned out to be a lesson in the self, a lesson in taking care of thyself. So it's a big thing here, Libra. And I was going to see this. This is somebody ready to release, let go, and move on so that they can have everlasting love, so they can have genuine devotion, so they can have something that was promised to them that I feel like did not come to fruition. And it's the truth of the matter. It's the heart of the matter here. This Two of Pentacles and Court card, please, Spirit. Camera, reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past, and perception. Meeting, talking. The relationship is over. There's no second chance. Grow in transformation. What's dead is dead. What's done is done. You may be coming back around to meet with and talk to people. You're going to have to pull up some old memories, remembering why you've come to this place, finding connection in other people and places so that expansion can happen in a forward position. When I think about that coffee cup too, it's having to come together to sometimes have difficult conversations. You think about it, you meet with your friends to talk about the things that have been going on, to kind of catch up the good, the bad, and all the in-between. There's something here that I think that you have worked on, found on, tried on. It doesn't work anymore. And to let go is one of the hardest things that we'll ever do. But when we walk into that space and it's empty, that it feels hollow, that there's no substance to any of it, it's time to pay attention to that. Libra, you're coming on some big choices. Your lunar season, it's a new year, new you. You get to decide, right? But something here is significantly changing. And in the long run, it is for your highest good. You may not understand how, but it does benefit you. And a judgment call is being made. It's absolutely necessary. I just heard too from Spirit, some people may be giving up their legal rights to something as well. So this could even include children. Don't know, but there you go. All right, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I want to thank everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented to the channel. Those who've made personal donations, you are so greatly appreciated as well. Those who have booked personal readings, again, I enjoy speaking with each and every single one of you. If you are interested in a personal reading, that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Channel memberships are now open as well, so check that out in the community tab. There are 2 different tiers available to you. I look forward to hearing and seeing from all of you. I wish you all the most wonderful October. Happy birthday to you, Libra, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.